always a bigger fish.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
I slaughtered them like animals.
Don't want to sell me death sticks.
Then you're my enemy.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
You have your moments.
That's impossible!
You must learn control.
Keeping with the trusty adage, starve a cold, disgust a fever.
So, this again is expected. The audience score has not changed, but the critics' score fell again, 1 point. And last night's episode was, from what was reported to me, boring, stupid, and really, really messed up canon for the prequel trilogy. And they were caught making changes on Wikipedia. These are the Jason Ward, Pablo Hidalgo minions making changes to make it seem like the prequel trilogy was Legends and this was canon, what they did. So we'll show you what they did literally. And I mean, Star Wars Theory caught them in real time. And it has to do with the character of Ki-Adi-Mundi. Ki-Adi-Mundi, Jedi, who mentioned the fact that the Sith hadn't been seen in 1,000 years, is sitting on the council, a small, quiet council, hearing about this red lightsaber-wielding acolyte person, and he doesn't mention it. Okay, and also the fact that he wasn't born until 40 years after this piece of crap TV show was made. And now they're trying to make it that how George wanted it was not canon. But what Leslie Forehead did is canon. Okay, so this is the problem that we have. And it needs to be solved. First off, Wikipedia was caught doing it at the same time. I will show you the receipts. And it's very, 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 I don't know, kind of, they didn't expect to get caught, I don't think. And I have a theory that when Hedlund decided to add this character and do the thing with the age, Filoni said with a smile, oh yeah, you do that. He was born in Syria, on the homeworld of Syria. He was born in 93 ABY, and he was killed at the age of 70 during Order 66 by his own clones, Master Ki-Adi-Mundi, Jedi Council. And so that's now Legends. This is canon. He was born prior to 132 BBY, because 132 BBY is when this whole acolyte trash appeared, and so they changed it, and it's like they were caught doing it in mid stride because they realized they'd been caught. Now, I have a theory, and I want you guys to listen. I think Dave Filoni knew what Hedlund was going to do, and it was so atrocious to him, everything prior to it, he just let the news out to hang her. Okay, he's getting blamed for this show, and he had nothing to do with it. Just because she asked him questions doesn't mean he was part of it. He didn't write any of it. He was professional enough to say, here's what I would do, and this is what happened here, and explain some things. But that doesn't make him part of it. It doesn't make him an accomplice. I think, let her hang herself here because it's such an egregious thing to do. But let's talk more about this.
I'm very sorry about that.
Well, why didn't you tell me that's where Maris's money came from?
It's never easy. Maris's money?
Yeah. I mean, you told me that Maris's family money came from timber?
It did. It did come from timber.
Oh, that's what you really think?
Well, of course, it's true.
And that's what all of Maris's friends think, too? All those country club snobs who would kill for a good piece of dirt on someone?
What are you talking about? If her family money didn't come from timber, where did it come from? Urinal cakes?
I don't believe this. All these years.
The doyenne of Seattle's elite, looking down her nose at everyone in sight. She owes it all to this. She's managed to have her urinal cake and eat it, too.
Absolutely.
Hello, Marta. Like to speak to Maris. Oh, why not? Ah. She's in the final level of her guru's serenity training, the week-long vow of silence, day 6. No, Marta, that's all right. She doesn't have to come to the phone. Just give her this message. I've flushed out her family secret. Hello, Maris.
I thought one just drew a pentagram on the floor and chanted, I summon thee 3 times.
Stop! Not one more crooked word! Your tongue could open a wine bottle!
As an agent, it's not like she worships the devil.
Well, she doesn't have to. He worships her!
So, again, this is just a testament to how bad the show is, how poorly filmed it was, and the fact that Sparrow was telling the truth, that Headland turned it in unfinished. And Favreau was so disgusted with it, he gave it to somebody else to finish. His name is not on it. Dave Filoni's name is not on it. There you go. The only person whose name is on it is Kathleen Kennedy. And with Kyle Ron's mask on this thing, well, there you go. It's pretty much a Kennedy product. Unfinished trash. But it's interesting just how riled up the fandom is now over the misinformation in the story about this character, Kiadi Mundi. Okay, now people are rationalizing it, and of course, the people who support this garbage will rationalize. They'll rationalize Buffalo Bull taking a dump and saying it's a diamond. He farted out a diamond. I mean, because they cannot deal with the fact that this is just bad television. This is bad writing, and it's basically the Leslie Headland show. It has nothing to do with Star Wars. So she, when Kathleen Kennedy told her, now go and write a Leslie Headland script, because she wrote a Star Wars script. Not that Kathleen Kennedy would know what a Star Wars script was if it came up and bit her in her bony ass, but there you go. And we now have, lesbian which is able to create life. We have a key character, but a minor character's whole backstory rewritten. We have an unfinished pile of crap dumpster fire TV show that no one wanted. And that's what Kennedy gave us. That's what Kennedy, in her, her lust and her need to usurp the rising dominance of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni at Lucasfilm. This is what happened. This is why. Okay. And when she realized she wasn't going to get the acolyte, that the CEO of Disney at the time, Bob Chapek, and then, I assume Bob Iger said, no, you're not making this, we're not spending any money. She went out and did what she could to help Headland put this travesty on Disney Plus. And look, I have a theory that they went, you can have the Rey movie, or you can have the Acolyte. But you can't have both. And she knows she wasn't going to be re-signed to her. She's not going to get her contract renewed. So there you go. I mean, the Acolyte. And now I am going to say this for all the people, including Star Wars Theory, who knows better, freaking out and saying, this blah blah blah, this breaks everything. If they pulled it off of Disney Plus today, you would all be cheering like Protestants, okay? To borrow a line from the movie The Quiet Man. And then we would never hear about it again. Because that's how big a deal this really is. It's pissing us off right now. But look at the audience score. And no matter what the troglodytes in the story group have to say, and Pablo's doing it, he's yipping and yapping, no matter what him and his little bully friends have to say, it's this show is done. It's over. It's not getting a second season. And there you have it. So and it's interesting with the pure storytelling I've heard from Pixar and In and Out 2, where there's no woke shit at all. Disney has learned a lesson, I think, and don't argue with me with that, because ultimately it's the money that matters. And if they're making big coin, and the theaters are happy, and the other studios are watching with smiles, then there you go. That's all you need. All right? That's the biggest lesson, I think, here. No one's watching The Acolyte. They're not getting any views. And that's the other lesson. Okay? So this is Steph, signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.